judge lah.
Hey Siri, how do you find love? Siri? Oh, I'm recording! I didn't know I was recording. Hi guys, welcome back to part 2 of this episode of Don't Judge La. How do you know the person is the one? Guys, if you're enjoying this so far, please do check us out on Instagram and on YouTube at Don't Judge La. And guys, yeah, let's enjoy part 2. We're gonna talk more. This episode is brought to you by Wonderleaf. Wonderleaf is home to the world's first unisex condom and stick-on condom. So guys, if you're interested in that, do follow us and do check us out at www.wonderleaf.com. How do you relearn how to love based on your experience?
Okay,
From the
so
Lil Wayne song.
I'm just gonna tell from my experience first, and then I'm going to tell you guys about my experience with my current relationship. So in my previous relationship, it was very toxic, at least on my side. Okay, at least on my side, because he was going behind my back, and he was emotionally cheating on me with other girls. Even though there was no like anything physical going on, but it's still emotional cheating. But then he didn't want to admit it, but it was very obvious lah. So basically at that time, because I was so into that relationship already, so like I just closed one eye, brush it off, and just let it be. I didn't say anything. So it was very, very toxic on my side. So I think now from that experience, I know that if there's anything that's bothering me, then I will have to speak up instead of just closing one eye and brushing it off. And when I speak up, it's my partner's responsibility to react to that, right? So if he doesn't want to react to that, then that is not my problem anymore. But then if he wants to like do something about it, then that's good. And I also want to talk about this on my boyfriend's part, my current boyfriend's part, because he was also in a very, very, very toxic relationship. So after that, he was also like Fee, like your boyfriend last time, he didn't want to like date. He didn't want to commit to like a serious relationship,
Fuck boy.
So then
Oh, you're talking about me, right? It's not my ex-boyfriend. It's me that doesn't want to commit.
no, I mean your current one also, like before you guys got serious, he also
He doesn't want
like
to commit.
like he didn't want to commit right at first, but then in my boyfriend's case right now, I mean like before we got serious also, he was also like that. Like he didn't want to commit because he found it very hard to open up his heart again, because he went through so much trauma. It's like the trauma already. So then he was scared but then he slowly learned how to love again and like how to reopen his heart, even though it was very hard honestly. It's not an easy process, but then he got through it. So I feel like learning to love is really important. And like people should talk about it more and be more aware of it. I feel like a lot of people are not aware of it. That's why relationships can be toxic at times.
I feel like a lot of people just expect it to just, if you're the one, if you're meant for me, you're meant for me, and then like there'll never be anything wrong. If there's something wrong, it means you're not the one for me.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the biggest problem with relationships. Instead of trying to work through things, when they see the problem, it's like, oh, maybe this is not right. You know what I mean?
Okay, I feel like a healthy relationship is where the two person in the relationship knows how to work through
Together.
the problems, because no relationship is perfect. There's bound to be problems that's gonna arise. So then you two really have to know how to communicate through that problem and to understand from each other's point of view. I feel like that's really important also.
Yeah, and I think it's also very important not to. I think this whole question about the one and everything, right? I think if people get too into it, it's so easy to get blinded. Like, let's say if you always feel like, okay, this my boyfriend or girlfriend is the one, or what if they're just super toxic, and you're just blinded by that? Say no, it's okay. It's I guess I will have to learn how to live with their faults, live with their like, anger and stuff, because you're so blinded. You're so blinded with the idea that this is the one I'm going to marry, and then it's not. You're just gonna suffer. And I feel like I think I'm not speaking of my experience, but I think a lot of people are going through that lah.
I think you can't just look at it from emotions only, you know, like sometimes you gotta use your brain a bit. Whether shit is working out.
Love blinds you. Love blinds you. You cannot use your brain. You're thinking with your heart. Yeah, because and then just now we were talking about what falling in love is easy, right? But falling hurts.
Falling in love is
hurts.
easy. Staying in love is hard.
Yeah, that's where the hard work comes in.
Yeah.
I guess
And you can fall in
Whenever
love.
you wanna
You spend enough time with anybody, and you can probably fall in love with them. If you're left on a remote island with anyone, the person, like someone you don't even know, and you're just stuck there forever, if chances are eventually you're just gonna cooperate, you know. Like it's possible, but will you always like your life with that person? Probably not.
Yeah, actually that makes sense. Like, let's say if you guys were stuck on a deserted island with somebody you hate, you ever think that you fall in love with that person?
I make do
Yeah,
with the
I will.
situation. I make do with the situation. If that's my new reality, like what else to do, right? It's not like I fall in love with the tree. You know? Unless you
Not
wanna
fall
like
in
just
love.
have the life without it.
Not fall in love lah. Like, you know, if I hate that person, then I just have to compromise and just try to at least like you lah. Like, you know, it's just two of us
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, but even if it's just two of y'all for the rest of your life, right? You're gonna kind of just become the same person because you only know each other.
True.
So you'll
It's gonna
probably
be my dinner.
either kill each other or fall in love like 100%, you know?
I guess if the both of you are making the same effort, and that person is really trying to love you, then maybe that's the one. I don't know. But it's more important, right? Rather than somebody saying that, oh, I'm going to be the one for you, like just talking. I guess if they
Yeah.
show it,
Of
then
course lah. You have
Yeah,
to
yeah,
show
yeah.
it, you know. You can't
Yeah.
just talk the talk, but you don't walk the walk.
Mm.
Everyone can
Right.
say anything.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, words are just empty air.
Oh, so deep.
Oh, that was deep.
Oh shit.
I just shook myself a bit like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess it's so funny. Like talking about all this, right? We don't know that we have all this like romantic stuff in us unless we talk about it. Like for me, right? Coming in from me, I'm like, how you know if the person is the one? I don't believe in that. I don't believe in
I
that
guess
anymore.
it's more of like, you know, like the moments you get. Like sometimes you're just like, you will just look at that person and you will be like, okay, I think I want to spend the rest of my life.
Yeah.
It-
It's such
you
a
know-
stupid feeling, you know what I mean?
It
Like
is, right? But then-
we've all experienced it. It's like you just look at it, it feels so stupid, but you kind of just know, you know.
Yeah. And then you're just like, oh shit.
It's just like, what the fuck's yeah, this person? Oh.
Me, right? I guess I did felt that way last time, and then maybe after that relationship, I just don't believe in that anymore. Like I don't believe that I will find somebody with that feeling anymore. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna enjoy my time, drink my wine, do podcasts
I mean, like, you
talking
know,
about.
if people who like trying to find the one, obviously like just now you say they will have like requirements of what they want, right?
Yep.
But that you are trying to make like a perfect person.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
there is
I
no
mean,
such thing. There is no
there's
such
Yeah,
thing.
it's not a
these
grocery
days.
list.
There's nothing wrong.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with having requirements, but I feel like it's about
Yeah.
finding the right person to match your requirement. Like you both have the same kind of vibes, you know. What I mean?
It has to be realistic. It has to be
Yeah.
realistic.
Like if you're an alcoholic party person and then you want to date like, you know, church camp. Like you know that you're gonna face some kind of problem eventually. So like either you have to be ready for that or like you gotta think logically like will it work out?
But sometimes that works, right? That's why they say the whole opposite attract thing. Like,
No.
No, yeah, it attracts, but
Okay,
is it
Sam.
sustainable?
I
Attract
feel like it's how you compromise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But is it
Definitely.
sustainable? Like
Yeah,
you
Usually no lah.
Yeah.
But it's, when you guys
attraction
are,
is always short term, dude.
when you guys are talking
Yeah.
about what Ash was saying, what alcoholic and then a church girl. Do you know what the song that reminded me the most? Not I praise the Lord and break the law. I take what's mine and take what's it.
It rains. It pours.
Like me and Steph again listening to that, cause you know what? Because both of us we go to church also.
Oh my god.
Praise and worship.
Praise and worship. No, yeah, I guess what you say is true, like, it's compromise. But I guess maybe then it's okay to have a list of requirements, but maybe some of your priority, like maybe a top 5 requirements, and that's all, and the rest is just
You got
whatever goes lah, yeah.
your core values have to be the same.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I feel like if you don't have the qualities that you seek for in a person, right? If you yourself don't have that qualities, you don't have the right to say like I want
Yeah.
this sort of qualities
Yeah,
Exactly.
in
for
my
sure,
partner.
for sure. It goes both ways.
Oh,
You
then
have
then
to, like,
then
You have to
then
practice
it's
what you preach also.
then it's good for me. So if a girl say, "Oh, I want to date a 6'5" guy," and she's only 5'2", I say, "Shut up! You don't have that qualities. Date me. I'm the same height as you." Right?
Consent.
Consent.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. So I think
Preference lah. What to do, Sean?
preferences, yeah. I don't know,
That
like,
one is preference. As salty as it makes short guys when girls say, like, you know, I want to date a tall guy. I mean, you can't do it. At the end of the day, like, everyone can be like, oh, we can't do anything about our height. But yeah, that's just her preference, you know. Like, fuck it
Yeah,
lah, what to do?
true.
Don't date her lah then. I mean, do you want to date that person that doesn't like short guys?
There's so many fishes in the sea. I remember last time, when I broke up with my girlfriend, right? My mom said, "Oh, don't worry about it." Because I was calling my mom, I think, and I could hear in the background my dad was telling me, "Don't worry, there's a lot of fish in the sea." And then my mom scolded him. You know, "No, there's only one fish. You only can look for one fish."
Hey, ask your marine biologist to explain to your mom. She know all the fish.
But she's not the fish that I want. I want like a nice smoked salmon from Alaska.
No, he wants an Indian fish.
What?
No.
You want fish curry?
She got any cousins? No, because I was saying, like, if I marry,
I
like,
do.
if I marry,
I do, but they're all
yeah.
taken.
If I marry like an Indian girl, right, her family have to pay my dowry. Yeah, actually for
Sean,
me,
it's
like,
not that much.
what do you mean it's not that
Just
much?
get a really lit. You just get a really lit wedding. That's about it.
That's all I want.
Yeah.
Like, for me, right,
Well.
like, screw the dinner, screw those uncles and aunties going up to like sing karaoke or something. I don't know what the Chinese
But you
weddings are.
can't. They'll force you to do it. That's what they're paying for. They're just basically paying so that they can control the party.
I don't mind as long as it's lit. As long as it's like a lit party. I guess maybe now I can say, okay, how you know if the girl is the one? Is like, oh, if I pay
It
my
depends.
dowry,
You marry an Indian girl whose family is not like a drinking family. Then you're fucked. Then it becomes a food party.
then I guess I
It
gotta
becomes
take
weird.
over.
It becomes weird. Like my family is not like that. Like I'm the pariah that has to say like I want alcohol at the wedding. My family is
No
not
alcohol,
like
I'm not coming.
I grew up going to weddings and like never drank. My friend's family, they spend like 50-60K on alcohol, dude,
Damn,
Whoa.
for the wedding.
Wow.
That was like a truck.
that's when you know
Whoa.
that's the one.
It's mad. Yeah.
When the family spends money on alcohol, you know that's the one.
I can learn to love anyone who can do that for me.
But have you guys received any like get any advice from people like saying, oh, this is how you should treat a relationship? Because I know even my grandparents
course.
they did like advise me lah. Because it's quite interesting, right? I think their mentality, like the older generation, their mentality of the one is, I guess they don't even think about that. For them, it's like,
It's very different.
yeah, it's very different. For them, it's like, oh yeah, this is what I have now. And I don't know. Do you think like last time marriage for them was more of something that is not says to survive?
It was more of like a job, you know. It was just more of like eventually you get one when the time is right and then you commit to it. But it's just like, yeah, you just do what you gotta do when the time is right. You know, you think about your family. But then, I don't know whether, I guess they didn't have the freedom to like ask why. Like, why we gotta do this? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess it makes sense because like, even how my grandparents met is because my grandfather, it was arranged marriage lah, but because my grandmother, she was at the age where the Japanese soldiers would like randomly take the local women and marry them. So that's why my grandfather quickly marry her. So I guess for them, right, they don't even have the time to think about, is she the one? Before you think about that, the Japanese take her away already.
Dude, Sean, like even my grandfather, like back then, dude, I feel like they had, like my grandfather's time, like was the choice, like you really had a choice. Like my grandfather had an arranged marriage to, like there was a plan for arranged marriage to my grandmother's family, but it was supposed to be my grandmother's older sister.
Yeah, you mentioned it.
But she passed away. So like they just married. My grandmother was the next sister, so like they married her to my grandfather, and she was like 14.
Yeah.
Like it was quite mad, but then like they had a long, loving relationship. It was like everything turned out well. They both loved each other to the end, like great people and everything. I love my grandma. She's my only grandparent still alive now, also.
Yeah.
But like back then, it was crazy. I imagine, bro, when I was 14 years old, I was retarded as shit. You know, like imagine getting married at that age.
We're
Like,
still playing the
Oh.
razors, is it? Flip it,
I had no
flip it,
time to
right?
find the one.
bro, I had a Nokia N-Gage, bro.
Wait, Ash, you have a Nokia Engage, but were you ready to engage or not?
No,
You know what I Yeah, I guess, because it'd be so.
I wasn't even ready for PMR. What do you mean marriage?
Can make it, but won't you find it interesting, right? If we could travel back in time, like all of us right now, in the time machine, and we just travel back to where our grandparents were, and ask them, hey, bro, sis, not bro sis lah, cause they are our grandparents, but travel back to their age, they are bro or sis lah. Hey, bro, you want to join a podcast lah? And they say, what is a podcast? Radio. I said, okay, and then we sit down with them and say, how you know if the person's the one? I think they'll smack us, you know. I don't know. Imagine talking to our
How dare you
grandparents.
think of
Yeah,
that?
yeah. I mean, no, imagine talking to our
It's like, you
grandparents
think
at
I
our
got,
age. Yeah. I think for them, right, they'll be like, what nonsense is this right now?
Actually, no, if you, how you know the person's the one? My amma told me.
My mama told me. Yeah. Oh, the Japanese soldier threatened me, say he'll marry the girl, so I took him marry. I mean, but I think it'd be quite interesting, right? Imagine the conversations that we will have. I think we will have different ideas of how we're gonna look for the one. I think
It'll be
really
a
like,
whole
we go
different
through, right?
thing.
Mm.
Yeah.
Sean, if you had the option for arranged marriage by your family, not arranged marriage lah, but like arranged dating,
I mean,
would you
like
take it?
my office is doing that for me. So,
I mean, no, I mean,
No.
I mean like if your family
I-
started,
I think
if your
for me,
family started offering.
honestly, right, I'll be so open to it because it's the same like Tinder. Honestly.
Mm.
I mean, unless it's not like the forced marriage is different. Forced is
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Forced arranged
Yeah.
marriage, that's fucked up. But if it's more like arranged marriage, like, oh, here are your options, or what you want and everything, then of course I'll go for it lah. Cause I think I'm just that desperate.
You come to a certain age, you're just like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah, for me it's like, oh yeah, okay lor. Yeah, as long as
Yeah,
you're
we're
not
doing
married.
it every day for Sean.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so,
Conventional Tinder.
Yeah, Sean, are you interested in
Walao.
blah 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 blah?
Hey, but
Are you interested?
Sean, you already player lah, Sean.
no, it's time
Yeah.
to settle
You can
down.
find love whenever you want. You just have to
Play-
pick the girl.
Play my last game, settle down, win the lottery. Yeah, I if you're asking me arranged marriage, right? Then yeah, I'm open for that. Like if it turn out like she's the one, then okay, then my mom can have bragging rights. Like, okay, let's say yeah, you do kind of know that this person is the one or something like that lah. And then you're so into the relationship, but and then your parents or your family don't think that is that guy or that girl is the one. Will that skewer your
I don't think
decisions
so.
or not?
Yeah.
I think me and Ying been through this
Yeah.
with our first relationships.
Yeah. Happened to me. Okay. I mean,
I don't really want to say why because it feels like it's not PC to say why.
but okay, to give a context, I dated a Malay guy, okay, for 4 years.
Guys,
So they were like, not my parents though, my grandparents. My grandparents was
Yes.
really mad about it. Oh my
Same.
god, like dude, when I told my grandma that I broke up with my boyfriend, she was like, girl, she was so happy. She was like, what do you want? I will buy you anything you want. What do you want to eat?
Wow.
And I was like, I swear, if she could like throw me like a breakup party, she would.
Mm.
But it really did skewer the thought about it lah. It was really like, it made me think, like, do I really want to, marry this guy? Because if I do, then
Yeah.
obviously
Yeah.
my grandparents are not gonna accept it, right? And then it's just gonna be like damn sad because I love them,
Yeah.
but I don't want it to affect like when you get married, then you don't even see your grandparents or things like that.
Mm.
So yeah, for me it does
Fair.
lah,
Yeah.
definitely.
My parents would kill me. My parents would kill me
But
if I
why?
dated
though?
a Malay guy.
But why though? I feel like this is something that as our generation we should educate our families about,
Okay, I feel like for me, it does matter, but to an extent, because the one who's gonna marry the guy or the girl is you and not your family.
Mm.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
True.
So, I mean,
but also
they
but
have-
you
they-
also you
yeah.
also kind of marry into their families, like you
Yeah.
have to
Yeah,
live
yeah,
with this
true,
person's
true.
family for the rest of your life.
Yeah. So it does matter, but to an extent.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if your okay? I'm asking for the girls lah. If your boyfriend said I want to be a stay-at-home dad, is he the one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Look at Ying. He's like, Jaden, you don't Jaden, you don't know.
Jaden, if you don't work, Jaden, if you lose your
I
job,
told
you
him-
lose me.
I told him before, babe, I'm just gonna work now. But next time, I'm gonna be staying at home. Okay.
Oh, okay,
I-
because you want the role, lah. You want the role.
Yeah, I just don't want to work.
Fair enough. That's reasonable.
Unless you know I find a job that I actually like love.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
then
yeah,
that's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah. Like say one day, right? We I mean, I don't know like if you guys want to become parents, but if your kids ask you, right, Daddy, Mommy, how you know this person is the one? How you know Mommy's the one or Daddy's the one? What are you going to say? Are you going to say, fuck that, man, let's go with the flow, bro?
Depends on how old they are.
Okay.
Yeah, it depends on how old they are.
A 7-year-old.
I just...
A 7-year-old.
No lah, then as a 7-year-old, I'll tell him to explore his creativity, like explore the percentage. I would, like, if I doubt, like, I don't want kids, but if I ever had kids, I want them to be able to just be as curious about the world as possible. So if they ask about who's the one, I'd just be like, you have to ask as many questions as you can until you know for yourself.
Mm.
Kind of thing, you know. I want my kid to just be open about finding out instead of telling him there's a fixed person, there's this special person that
Yeah.
makes you feel a specific way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like they have to imagine it themselves.
They
first.
gotta give you fanny flutters.
So, like, say if I do have a wife, right? Because I always tell my family, like, do you know what's my dream wedding or not? My dream wedding is to get married at a McDonald's, and the pastor or whatever will be at the back of the counter saying, what kind of order do you want? I'll be like, oh yeah, I would like one wife, please. And my wife beside will say, yeah, I would like one wife, please.
Oh, dude, I thought you were gonna say I want a lifetime meal.
No, a wife time, a
Oh.
wife. Oh, damn.
Lifetime happy meal.
Come on. The
Lifetime
opportunity was right there.
Yeah. I mean, okay, then I'm taking notes now then. Yeah. I would like a lifetime happy meal then. And then, oh yeah, you give one. And then my wife walk out from the back and like, that's where the wedding music comes in. And then we get
She's
back.
the manager.
Yeah.
So can I speak to your manager and it's your wife?
Yeah. or like they can say, okay, we're making a wife right now. And then my wife will come out from, the McDonald's, they throw the burger through that slider thingy. Burger will come down, my wife will go down from there.
I just don't know where you're gonna find a girl.
That's
that
why,
will
no,
do
that's
that.
why it's going to lead me back to how do I know if the girl is the one? If she accepts that
Oh my god.
and she wants
Yeah
to
lah,
do that with
she's-
me, then I know she's the one. Then
she'll
honestly, right,
probably offer with you.
yeah, then that honestly, I don't care what background she come from. I don't care if she ugly or what. Okay, maybe I don't know.
So you're saying your only condition. Okay, so anyone watching the podcast, if you don't mind getting married in a McDonald's and Sean's weird lifetime happy meal thing, he is ready to commit. That's all you need to like accept. That's the only term.
Yeah. okay.
The only requirement he has.
How can they reach you, Sean?
You can my Instagram Sean Chew Train. It's public anyway. okay. Honestly, okay. Obviously, I want a nice looking like a Big Mac with like good enough mayo and lettuce and stuff. Like I wouldn't want a Big Mac with just no lettuce, right? Anyway, I'm just mumbling.
I don't know where you're going with this.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, all I'm saying is that
Are you objectifying her?
I'm not objectifying. I'm just hungry. No, okay, yeah, okay. I guess that's my ultimate criteria. She actually really agree because my I told my mom that I was so happy, so excited. Mom's being mom like, no, I'm pretty sure your wife will want something different. Your wife will want it's her special day. I'm like, yeah, that's how I know if she's the one. If she wants a same McDonald's wedding like me like that, I'll be like the happiest guy in the world. Like I wouldn't even worry
Fair
about
enough,
anything.
lah. If you can find the person to match that vibe, honestly, you should probably marry her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's gonna be expensive though.
no, it's
What
gonna
do
be
you think
it's
about
gonna be
McDonald's
so
people?
cheap. I'm practical,
I don't think
I'm
McDonald's
practical.
really.
Yeah, I'm practical. It's like you just tell them, you guys do McDonald's birthday parties, right? Yeah, okay, just change it to a wedding. I'm like, oh, boleh.
But there's only one McDonald's in Cebu.
I don't have to get married in Cebu.
So
If my
everyone
wife-
will know the location. lah.
Oh, okay.
If my wife is from KL, I'll fly to KL, pay a ticket, and like fly my family there and get married at the McDonald's.
He get married in the Bukit Bintang, McD.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
the
McD.
What?
McD.
McD.
No, or okay, the best one, right? I get married at the Bangsa McD, and this after party will be around the area. I don't know, somewhere there.
I'm not coming to your wedding.
Yeah, you find parking there also. I
In
don't want any.
Bangsa, I'm not coming to your wedding. I don't want to die before I go back.
They wish McDonald's is nice. Trek doesn't have many McDonald's also.
SS15,
Why
the one next to
you-
Starbucks. With the
No,
with the tickles
Sean,
running
Sean,
around.
Sean, center point.
Center point.
Center point.
The one-
and then
oh.
we can go to TTDI
Okay.
for after party.
Okay, getting
Center point.
getting
So then
sidetracked.
got McDonald's there, then got banana leaf next to it. 2 in 1. Got Maggi goreng and got burger.
But I guess some people, right? I think it's quite sad lah. Some people. Okay, I'm going back to the topic again. Some people, right? When they get engaged, and then in their mind they're still thinking that person is the one. But I heard some engagement don't work out. What do you think changed then? Because I'm pretty sure the moment you get engaged, right, you think, oh, this person is the one. How did it suddenly not become the one?
Because right, there's a lot of like wedding planning involved, and then sometimes it's so hectic, and then your agreements don't really coincide. You start having these arguments, then they break
Yeah,
up.
you get stressed, then the temper comes,
Yeah.
the extra temper.
Like
Maybe that could be one of the reasons.
sometimes you just, if you like, not to say like if you rush into something, right? If like some people, like, you haven't known someone long enough, but then again you can never tell how long is long enough. But just saying, like, if you don't have that enough time to get to know someone, right? Ying, don't get angry, man. If you look at Love Island, for example, okay, you put those people together in a house for 30 days. It feels for them, it looks stupid as shit for us. Watching, we're just like, how the fuck can y'all have these emotions, these feelings so fast for each other? But if you think about it, if you lock someone on an island for 30 days together, it feels like you're there for 3 years. Every day you're spending 24 hours with the same person, like these emotions and all develop. So it's so easy to form that serotonin or whatever in your brain that when things are going good, that you feel like, oh my god, yeah, I can definitely see all of this going on. And then people get engaged and everything. But after a few years, when that kind of goes away and you start noticing the smaller things, when the world kind of comes into play at the same time, right? That's when shit kind of gets kind of intense, and it looks to like, do you all have the same values to compromise on in dealing with this together now?
Okay, guys, how do you know the person is the one? If they want to get married at McDonald's with you, right, just go for it. Honestly, that's my opinion, lah. Like for me, that's girls out there, single girls out there. If you genuinely have the same McDonald's dream right now, why you text me right now? Then I know you're the one. Then we can get married and have little McDonald kids. Okay. How about you guys then?
Is that
So
that was your conclusion for the podcast?
Honestly, that was my conclusion. It's not for my opinion of what how you know the person is the
Or
one.
like to conclude what you think.
What
finding the
I
one
think,
means.
because I know it's very subjective. It's very
I
subjective.
see.
So how about you guys? Okay, let's start from Ying.
If you have requirements, make it realistic. And don't pressure yourself to find the one. Just if you, how to say
If you want
not to say like jump from relationship like, enjoy the experience and the moment, I guess.
Yeah.
The right one will come.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Okay, Ash.
Just no pressure.
I guess the way I see it, you just gotta like put out the energy into the world that you want to get back. So if you're looking, you just gotta look for the vibes that you want and the vibes that match yours. And if you can find something like that, build on it until you get to your goals. You know what I mean? Like we're all kind of just doing our thing out here.
Yeah.
So I know I can't say I found the one because I haven't.
Apparently we're single.
So like for me, I'm just gonna do my thing until like someone comes along that's vibey enough to do my thing with me, so and I can join them to do their thing at the same time,
Okay, Steph. Joe.
Sugar mummies hit me up.
So random.
Hey, wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like in this case, doesn't really matter if it's the one or not, but then both parties have to put effort into the relationship. Otherwise, it really won't work. But then, of course, you have to like vibe lah. You have to vibe. If like you guys don't vibe, but then you guys keep putting in effort, then it's like sort of like wasted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
vibe,
yeah,
if you don't vibe, then you're working towards nothing lah.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess people. Yeah, I mean, people say like you need to date to marry, right? I mean, if you really want to be serious.
If you want to marry lah.
Yeah. No, I always feel like if you're just dating, there's no goals in your relationship, then it's just not going to work out. So I feel about
I
it.
mean,
Yeah.
I mean, okay, that I guess then again it boils back down to like from at the start. It's just like, do you want it to work out? If
Yeah,
you want
yeah.
it to work out, then you have to have goals. You know.
Okay, Steph, how about you?
From my take from this conversation was that finding the one, that person will not be perfect. So you can't have these unrealistic thoughts that the one would be like flawless.
There's no
Everyone
one.
makes
Yeah.
mistakes. Yeah,
Mm.
just compromise.
Yeah.
And
That's your
if you're-
choice.
Yeah, it's your choice. If you want to stay committed, stay committed.
Yeah, guys, just don't judge us, lah, honestly. Please. We're so
Judge
fragile.
or
I
not.
think there's
We're so
gonna be a lot of
fragile.
judging. There's
And
gonna be a lot of judging.
Mom, if you're watching this, don't judge me when I say I want to get married at McDonald's. It's practical, it's cheaper. Okay, I'm just saying.
So we've come to the end of another episode. If you guys enjoyed it, please remember to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And also, you guys can follow our Instagram page for more updates. So what about you guys? Do you guys believe in the one? If you do, and if you don't, comment down in the section below. You can also DM us. Catch us next week for another podcast. Bye!
This episode is brought to you by Wonderleaf. Wonderleaf is home of the world's first unisex condom and adhesive condoms. Do check us out at www.wonderleaf.com. See you!